Good morning. Hello. I don't know what I'm doing. Welcome back to House Flip. I'm just pulling up the stream as per usual. It is part of the gig by now. There we are. That's all sorted. Now, welcome back to House Flipper 2, as I just said. We're going to be continuing with something. So, the plan for today, we're going to be doing some more work on this lovely property. And we're going to be playing this and editing it. And I think the plan for today is I want to get some of the interior done. Maybe some more of the exterior. As you can possibly see though, I've managed, I just realised my face cam is still absolutely massive. Give it a moment. I'm a professional. I'm so good at this job. As you can see, I've done some work on the property. I'm so smart. Anyway, this is roughly what we done last episode. As you can tell, I painted quite a lot of this. Like, I was trying to go through so many colours, trying to figure out what colours I wanted to go for. And then it just hit me, you know. Why not do this? It's nice brick and like a rough stone, don't mind that. That's good. I'm fine. I'm fine, everything's fine. Yeah, dad sneeze. Anyway, yeah, we've got like a rough yellow paint job going along. Like the entire side of the property is basically a way of separating the first floor and the second floor. Like, that is gonna bug me so much. You can go away. I'm losing it, I swear. Alright, that can get painted. But no, we went for like a nice yellow color. Like, I have a feeling it would look really nice. I'm gonna start fitting in some of the interior stuff today. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't played House Flipper 2 that much. Like, so I'm not 100% sure where to take the interior or how to like properly construct it. But as you can see, we've got some outward facing double doors. We've got the garage in here, which I haven't changed a lot. But we've got this, and I'm not sure what this is. Oh, this is part of the roof. That's actually alright. I don't mind that. No, we're gonna install some of the walls today. We're gonna finish off doing this foyer area. Hopefully get the entire bottom floor done, to be honest. So, we already decided this is gonna be a kitchen. And then we're gonna go with a possible bathroom, like a master style bathroom. Well, just a massive bathroom. Gonna put in quite a large opening roughly along this wall, which is gonna lead into the library. In this lovely little space, it's gonna be a nice like reading area potentially. I'm not 100% sure. Right, we're gonna see where this takes us. Like, this could be a dining room, which will lead into here. Which leaves this space for a kitchen, possibly. If not, I'm going to switch them around because this is a small space compared to that. And I personally prefer bathrooms that have a smaller space compared to a bathroom which is too big. Because, well, there's nothing worse than a bathroom that's too big. Nailed it. Anyway, yeah. I don't see why we shouldn't get started right now. So let's grab our build wall tool. And we're just going to start by marking out the areas that's just going to get nice and filled in. So we're also going to figure out the doors as well, because door layout is always important. I'm going to leave this open for now because I want to figure out what I want from it. But we're going to just put that up like that. So we've got some of the walls in, and immediately we're going to get a regular sized door, and this is going to go into the garage. So for this one, I'm tempted. Ooh, what would I like? A bifold door. I'll have a look at this, see what this looks like. That'll look... no, actually. I'm not a fan of that. I think for this, I'm going to do a double door. Like, that is quirky as shit. I love that. Let's figure out what type of door. So I want to do something just interesting. Yeah, we can do a door here. That'll be quite nice. We'll paint all the doors afterwards. But in here, this is going to be the medium-sized door. And I think all of the interior doors are going to be like this. Or at least that's what I would like. Because if I do this, this will lead quite nicely into this space, which already feels a lot more closed off, but I like that. And it'll give me as well a true sense of scale of what I want with this. So we're going to just keep building some of the walls. We're going to figure out what we want with the absolutely massive doorways. Because I would like, honestly, to have an opening between the kitchen. Like, having it about that big. Like, with the central pillar. I don't mind a central pillar. And then this will take me into the kitchen, which I really like. We've also got the sliding doors, which takes us out into the garden. I made sure I lined this up roughly center. I'm not sure if I lined it up perfectly. I can actually check if I go for... That's middle, and then that's... It's one off. Give me a minute. If I can find it, that'll be absolutely brilliant. That's middle. Is that middle? Oh, that's middle. Yeah. Sure. No, so we've got this. We're going to close this off. Close this wall off now. Because we can. Which now leaves us with this wall here. Which is potentially now just going to be the dining room. So we're going to move this into here. Which I actually, I'm thinking about putting it on the back wall. Which allows me then to figure out what I want to do with this doorway. Because I would like, personally... What is the difference between these? No difference at all. Well, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have that space going into there. Which I think will work out perfect. We've got, again, that separation. Which I actually like. This is gonna be the biggest room. And then we're gonna get in the separation between the kitchen and there. And then, once again, it's going to be the same as before. We're going to get the walls in, or the door frames in. So we're going to get, again, double fold. We're going to get the kitchenette all wrapped around this area, with potentially some like little bits going along this wall. Maybe something in here, maybe some shelves or some exterior bits. But yeah, I think with enough work on this property, this is going to look very, very nice. Like, even come from the outside. Now, I did only make the walls 1 pixel thick, but I'm okay with that. Like, I did install balcony in the end, which I wanted from the very beginning. But yeah, I love this little section. I'm gonna be honest, this is my favorite like feature, because it is off on an angle as well, which I really like. It makes it stand out. And I'm actually gonna grab my water while I remember, because I'm an idiot. I keep forgetting I need to hydrate. Give me a 1 moment while I find my water bottle. It's basically empty at this point. Just like my soul. Anyway. Oh, that's gonna go then. That should be fine. Also, there's 2 people in here. I wonder who they are. One is me, I know that for certain. I love keeping an eye out on the chat. Right, I'm gonna... Ooh. Have they said anything yet now? That's fine. Everything is fine. So, we're gonna sort out the driveway, which I know I'm gonna just slather in concrete. One feature that I actually need to show you. We added an extension onto this side of the property. If you remember, I just had this little alcove thing, like just by the roof, the electrical box. But no, we've got this. Just like a little shed, which I really like. Like, I'm not sure what to do for the ceiling, to be honest. I'm tempted to put like a rough white paint on it. So let's do that color, an off-white, I think, actually. That'll be quite nice. Yeah, that's nice. Simple. Now let's head back inside the property anyway. We're gonna put... I want this to have like a large door here, and then something in here. Because I know this is going to be the living room, with the kitchen, dining room, bathroom. All the doors are going to get painted as well. The garage... So I actually found this out recently. By American law, you legally have to make the garage, or this garage door, or this door that goes into the house from the garage, like an actual material. So we're gonna oh no, an actual lockable door. That's what I meant to say. My brain isn't working. We're gonna get a concrete floor. We're gonna get... Oh, well, we can do this. I think I'm tempted to do that. So we got this, we got the concrete, we're going to do a larger cut size. Right, and then we're going to just turn that all the way up. Cut pattern rotation. So I'm not sure what this means, but we're gonna find out. I'm not a fan of that. So let's change this down to 2. So I think that was too big. I like that. I really like that. That's nice and quirky. And yes, I use that word. Does that close? Yes. No, I don't want that. I want this. Thank you, House Flipper, for that. Anyway, that's all locked away. We're also going to get the glass door, actually. I'm not sure what to do with this, because I would personally like a large glass door, like just a pure glass. But I don't want it an exterior door, so we're going to do... How does that look? I think that looks quite nice, to be honest with you. It's also going to be a lot of glass walls on this section, because I want it to feel very open. So let's do this, and then from here, we know we're going to do from glass wall. Let's figure this out. Like I said, I'm still very new to this game, so I'm a fan of that. I'm actually a big fan of that. Alright, we're gonna paint this. Let's copy this color. Easier. Yeah, we've got this section here, which I like, actually, looking at this. Right, we got a nice glass partition. Yes, it's called a petition, or partition. I think it's the correct terminology. I'm actually going to shorten this. I'm going to get 2 of them. Because it's a nicer separation. So we're going to get that. Paint it. Bosh. And then, I think that looks nice from in here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Now, windows. Let's have a look at windows. We're going to figure out what types of windows we would like as well, because I love big windows. So, I didn't realize how many there are as well. So, let's have a look. We've got a 7x7. So we're going to put some in here as well. And we're going to get a double window in here. Another big space and then another double window. Ooh. Okay, that's... I'm gonna get a 3s. No. That's the wrong one. Oh, no, it did have it right. Never mind. Ignore me. So, what we want to do is we're going from here, here, and here, and we're get then a 1 and potentially a 2. If I move this over by 1, actually. How does that look? I think that with it lining up on the edge, that looks quite nice. Oh, that's very nice touch actually. It auto paints. I like that. But no, yeah. Oh no, wait. I'm dumb. Give me a moment, because I think it's meant to be the window sills are meant to be on the inside or the window ledges. So let's try this. We're gonna get that, and then from this side we're gonna get another window. I'm gonna put that there, with potentially another one about here. Oh no, that's... How does that look? I'm not sure how to, how far to put this. So that's 11. And that's 10. Oh, so this is one shorter. Okay. No, that's fine. I'm just an idiot. Oh, someone is messaging me. Oh, it's one of my friends. I shall say hello. Everyone is messaging me. Fair enough. Anyway. Let's... Yeah, dining room, we're definitely going to get this to have a larger window here. Like, nice 2 windows. I think that's a good rule. We're going to get a window into here as well. And just a single window. Kitchen. I love doing windows first, by the way. It's my tism thing. We're gonna not do that. Yeah, I think that's the only spot that I can put a window, apart from right next to the door, which actually is a good idea, because I can do a glass wall. If I do... how do I do this? Copy. Yeah? Oh, duplicate. Nice. Bomb. And then we can do that, and we can do that. How does that look? I think that looks quite nice. That's a larger doorway. Leads straight into the back garden. And I really like that. That's... No, I think I've done well on that. Windows-wise, how are we looking from the bottom floor? I think I found the balance between the right amount of windows, especially on the front. Yeah. Like, coming into here, we might end up putting some windows on the garage. Like, about 2 just here. And then, potentially for here, we're going to put the windows... We're going to get some short windows, I'm tempted. So how would I do a short window? Do that, that, and that. I think that'll look quite nice. But like, it's going to be a bathroom as well, so I don't want high windows. It's a shame we can't do stuff like glass roofs. I would love that so much. Because, like, I love having the idea of having, like, a cutout for the roof. Also, we're gonna bring this along so it hides the seam of the roof. It's gonna clip a little bit, but like, that's fine. I'll find a way around that. As for here, we're gonna again do that. I think we're just gonna do a 2 deep like that. Yeah. So it has like a little arch onto the ceiling. We're also gonna paint the walls at some point. Yeah, we're gonna build this wall. I'm very chaotic, by the way, in my way of building. I might end up doing a series as well with one of my good friends from work. We've got a friend of mine called Ryan, which is the son of someone I work with and who's my manager. And we've got someone called Keenan. Yeah, we're doing a D&T campaign, and I would love to record it. Like, I love Dungeons and Dragons so much. Like, it's not even funny. Anyway, let's do large doorway. I'm gonna get this one. I'm gonna sneak them in there, and it's gonna be on this side, but I like that. Got a nice little cutout from where the stairs meet. We've got the foyer, we've got the garage, we've got a bathroom with peeping holes. But I think I can definitely put some blinds on here. If I remember correctly, there's definitely blinds and coverings. So let's figure that out together. We're gonna do yeah, we're gonna do that, and we're gonna figure out the color. Oh, you can do a pattern. Yo. Right, I'm gonna figure out the pattern afterwards. We're gonna do like a possible grey and dark blue potentially. I'll see how I feel, to be honest. I like that. That's nice. That's gonna cause so many headaches. Which actually I'm gonna get rid of that because I don't mind that. It's not that noticeable. But yeah, we've got the blinds there. Perfect. Especially for the bathroom. We are going to install curtains on all of the windows. Like, do not worry. But like, that's going to go here. And I think what I might end up doing is, if I go into here, we can do windows and window seal, or window sills. Yes. Like, we're gonna do some of this because I don't like plain windows. It's a weird thing. No. How do I do this? There we are. then we're gonna do that. And then we can do that. I'm definitely gonna do that. I'm just gonna shorten this just down to the 1. For this one, I'll go back up to 2. I don't mind that little overhang actually, that's nice. I'm gonna go to there. I'm gonna go to this one on the other side. I'm gonna go to there. And then that should be it. Oh, never mind. I don't. I might put these here. I'm not sure. And we're definitely gonna get the electrical box. Well, we're gonna get that there. I don't mind that. That's actually quite nice. Having some windowsills, it's simple touch, but it's a nice touch. That's what she said. Never to me. Anyway. No, I get very tired, don't mind me. But no, I like having like the little touch of the windowsill. That makes a lot of sense. It's realistic. What now? Paint. We're gonna get the paint in. And I think for the interior walls, we're just gonna do a smooth paint. And we're gonna do like a muted color scheme. So I know I'm gonna go off my lovely girlfriend's like favorite colors. So we've got violet. Like she likes dark colors. So we're gonna figure out what I can paint in more color. How does that look? That is very bright. I'm not a fan of that. I love dark colors, especially with grey. Oh, it's very flat as well now. I'm tempted to do rough paint throughout, because at least with that it adds texture. Or we do this, which is sandplaster, which has like the little bumps and stuff you actually get on walls in real life. I think that'll look nice. So we're going to do that, and we're going to select certain walls that we would like in the blue colour. So we're going to do from there, and we're going to go down to about there. I like that. That's going to be a nice little section. Now, I'm going to paint the insides of these. And then from there, I'm going to do... We have the feature areas. I'm not going to do anything with these walls, but I know we're going to do tiles in here, which is going to be... Ooh, what do we want to do? Now, I would really like to do like some proper kitchen tiles, which is going to be the backsplash on these walls. So actually, we're going to get some big tiles, because big tiles result in stuff look nicer. Actually, I have an idea. If we do these tiles instead... Nope. Too small. It's always trial and error. I'm not a fan of them either. Let's try square, and our square is gonna look like shit, to be honest. So instead of that, we're gonna try that, and we're gonna do a pattern. And we're gonna try this. I'm going to lower this down to about 2 and then cut pattern rotation. I don't know what that is. Gotta figure that out. I don't mind that. I don't hate it. Like with some nice like stuff in here, we're gonna potentially fill the kitchen all the way along these walls. Potentially, I'm not 100% sure because, like, well, I don't do kitchens in this game yet. But yeah, we're gonna get the whole kitchenette area going around these 3 walls. Then from the other walls, we're gonna do a paint. So let's do a sand. Let's do a plaster and then figure out a nice color. So I would quite like a faded blue. So let's give this a go. How does that look? I don't hate it. We're gonna do something with these walls as well. Like something a little bit different. But yeah, we've got them. And we're gonna get a couple of shades darker, I think, for these walls. It's gonna be a very blue themed house. I'm not sure if that's going to be like the right style I should go for though. Like, I'm never sure about these types of things. Like I said, I don't do house flipping that often in this game. So we're gonna just trial and error, to be honest. So instead of that, let's try that like that. How does that look? I don't mind it. It's just it comes across as like very weird coloured. It's too bright, it looks like. So let's try an off-white. This off-white always works. I don't mind that. This bit I can't change too much because it's linking to the exterior. So in here, let's try doing all the way here. It's very big and very like. That's the only thing about this game that like I do find just strange is the types of the type of lighting that we get. Now, I'm not sure if it's because I built the house with like two thick walls, because like or two thinner walls, I should say, because exterior walls in the first house flipper game were always too like 2 tiles wide, when this house only has 1 tile wide. And I'm not sure if I should update it, but it would mean going back through the whole house and rebuilding it pretty much from scratch. Yeah. I'm not sure. Let's do that anyway. That's the underside of the roof. We've painted the bathroom roof, which is the biggest thing that counts. We're gonna do a tile floor in there. This is the only thing about Half Subway I do find as well, though. It's like, I do zone out a lot. We're gonna paint that, and we're gonna do that. I think we're gonna do this section as like a little feature. So it'll almost like show, oh yeah, this bit is an extension of the property. So like, let's say when they first built the house, they had it where like it was just where all the main stuff is. The garage, I would say, extension. Shed and this bit is an extension. Because they look like they've been strapped onto the house. Same thing with that. I want to say that's a small extension. And this, I'm tempted to say this is an extension as well. And they just bricked off like all of that section just to make it more universal. But I want to say, yeah, this is an extension, this little area. So quite a large extension, but it doesn't change the overall square foot of the house. Yeah, some rich motherfucker is gonna live in this house, I swear. Anyway, let's check chat because I know yesterday a certain important person of mine was in the chat. Oh no, is that the current live stream? I don't think it is. Am I currently live? Yes, that's the one. Nice. How do I find live chat now? I can't find live chat. Yeah, never mind. I'm an idiot. This is the issue with just like only just waking up. Yeah, I'm gonna actually go into the settings because this is also bugging me. I'm gonna save this before I do. This game is always important to save in. Settings, graphics, ultra. Watch this absolute break. Oh, that works. Dynamic resolution. You don't want that. TAA, I don't know what that is. TAA quality, I don't know what that is. I don't know what TAA... smooths the object edges, making them look more realistic. Oh. Yeah, we can do full resolution, ultra quality, ultra shadows, ultra everything, high, high, high. Volumetric fog, yes please. Chroma. Oh, that's if you're playing like from 3D, I think. Oh, wait. I know what I done last time. Yeah, because if I go ultra and I do that and I do that, save changes, then that's on ultra. Oh my god. Hello, screen stuttering. Like, you might be able to see it a little bit. It's also Also, this looks very good now. Yeah, I'm getting screen tearing. Give me a sec, because I'll need to turn on... what's it called? Not dynamic resolution. DLSS. I don't want that. Display. I want VSync. Yes. Why is it in 1080p? I don't want 1080p. 1440, thank you very much. 2K resolution, 16:9 on my Samsung television. It can do like 4K. VSync is on. Frame rate limit is going to be 120 Hz because, or 120 FPS. I keep forgetting. I don't know. No, VSync is off, 120 Hz. Yeah. How does that look? That looks actually very nice now. I've got rid of the issue of the weird thing. I'm getting screen tears still. But like from just looking at this already looks better. So you can now finally see the depth of the stuff in the walls. You couldn't before. These no longer look flat. You also see the individual brushstrokes too. That is actually really clever. How does that look? Oh, like a small pattern on the ceiling. So how does exterior look? Because I don't... Oh my god, that looks nice. I love the texture work that they done actually, that's nice. Rough paint, I love rough paint. Like, it makes for such a nice exterior. I do like how the bathroom is like that, so. The shed is... If I remember correctly, I should be able to get ray tracing on this. Also, I've been playing Cyberpunk, and I've been putting it off, like playing this for a little, or playing Cyberpunk for a while, on stream mainly, because of the ridiculous amount of nudity. And besides, I'm doing a playthrough as a woman. And she doesn't wear clothing that often. I'm not weird, you're weird. Anyway, no. I think it's because I had the quality on very low. That's why everything looked a bit shit. I keep forgetting to like update the graphics on the game. So now if I do smooth paint, and this is just going to be a test by the way, so we're just going to... That's better. Oh, that's so much nicer. I like that. Yeah, I really like that. So, we're gonna get a cream... We're gonna go for... I would love to go for a dark grey. But like tan at the same time. Tan is nice. So we can do, we're actually going to do a sage green. Like a dark sage green. Because I like having the idea of having different colours for different rooms. We're also going to do this wall as that. And you're also going to do that. Like that. And then from here as well, we're going to do down to there, into there, up to there. And then from here, there to there, and then there to there. Come on, come on. There we are. We got there. But no, I like that. Then we're going to do a cream colour, which is going to be a very light yellow. like but let's try this color. Because I want it pretty much white. That's actually quite warming. Because I know I was having a chat to my mother about this, and she said that when we eventually move into said new house, which good news I've got now, it's gonna be a different color scheme compared to everything else we've ever done before, which I really like the idea of. And I was a bit nervous at first because I don't like sage in a house. Well, too much anyway. There's too much sage, it can look just off-putting. So let's do that anyway. I'm gonna go up to here. I'm gonna go from down in here all the way to I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna paint that and then do that. I like that. I really like that. We're gonna get something along this wall here. It's gonna more than likely be a banister. That's part of the roof, I've just realised. It's gonna be a lot of stuff like that, by the way, in this house, because I'm not very smart, and when I build stuff like that, I forget about it. Also, my hair is an absolute mess. Give me a second. Yeah, actually, while I do this, I can actually talk to you about what I've been doing recently. So, as most of you know, I'm in work full-time. I'm a full-time bartender and coffee barista, who happens to serve food. Which it means that I don't get a lot of free time, but as due to a result of just my newest manager actually like learning, like just starting my new manager, I've managed to negotiate a little bit with him some time off, which I really like having time off, especially recently, because there's been so much going on. Like, I never understood how much time off I needed until recently. What's this one? Oh, that's from the roof. That can get painted that color. No, that's the bosh. That's fun like that, to be honest. No. Yeah. Let's do that anyway. But no, my manager, he's recently taken over my place. And like I'm trying so hard not to say what it's called because I don't want anyone knocking at the door. Like I try and keep my work life and my private life separate. Like well, I say that. Like, practically everyone in my work knows I have TikTok. And I finally had it when I first started. But, like, I would post videos about my job. And my manager, she used to watch them. And she used to say, that is actually very funny and very relatable. I said to the one day, like, oh, I'm glad you find the funny side of it. Because some managers, they're like, oh, you use social media? Nope. Bye. You know? But no, I was very lucky with having a manager that understood. It felt nice, actually, funny enough. But no, I love this. We're gonna get a brick-built fireplace somewhere. I'm tempted to do it along there, this wall. So if I come out actually, oh, this will be. Hold up, I have an idea. I have an idea. We go there, we go that, we go duplicate, we go bosh. I'm gonna figure out the space between here. So I know I'm gonna have it there, coming out to about here. We're then gonna move this, and then we're gonna do the same thing for here, where it's gonna be right in the end. And we're gonna do it from there. We're gonna do there. I like that. I really like that. Now, from in here. And I think I'm gonna do from here, here, and here. So the fireplace has like a nice little area to rest in. I'm gonna do it there as well. Which I actually love the idea of doing a really nice fireplace. Then we can do from in here, we can do decorative. I think it's decorative. Well, it's pillars. Yes, it's pillars. We're gonna do some round stuff, or round things. And we can do a round corner tile, which is like that. Wait, actually, I can round off the whole corner of that by simply doing this. By doing that, and we can. Now, how does it? I keep forgetting that it's a multi-purpose tool. No, that can go down like that. We've got the brick fireplace now, which I love. I love a brick fireplace. And then we're gonna do a. I want to do the brick, which is this texture. I love this texture. Yeah, I love this. But that's actually quite nice. It's subtle. We can actually do cut rotation, which we can change that so it all lines up. I love that. That is really nice. I love it. And then we can do stuff like that, and then we can do that, that. We can edit the pattern. So we're gonna do that color with mainly just white or grey. Oh, grey, that's nice. That's the first color. Second color, I want a metal. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna do ceramic and then oh, what colour do we want to do for that? I actually quite like it, doing a dark grey for that. And then we've got details B, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna do a bronze colour. And finally, we're gonna do that. No, we're gonna do stone. We're gonna do raw stone with like a grey stone like that. I think that's actually quite nice. I like that. I really like that. Yeah, no, that's nice. It's nestled nicely into the wall as well. I love that. A little corner fireplace. It's surprising because like it makes the world of difference. Which also, I can do this as well. Paint, and then I can go Q, press there, and go Q. I can actually try and duplicate this. As technically, this shouldn't be too much or too big. Yeah, so I can do there, and then I can do that, and I can go all down to here. And then we can do that. And then we can do paint, copy, that, bosh. Rounded fireplace. And I like that. It's kind of old-fashioned, kind of not. Like, the corner fireplace is so nice, actually. I like that. And I love a corner fireplace. This should be central of the room as well. But what we're going to do with this one, we're going to go up like that. And we're just going to have this one as a squared off fireplace. Which I love a really nice fireplace. It's so surprising on like just some of the things that like you can do with a fireplace. Like I love it. But no, I like that subtlety. That's what we like. But we've got this. We're actually going to do the vertical ones for this one. Like, you know, just mix it up a little bit. I'm going to do that. And again, just up like this. So let's do that now, anyway. I'm going to paint the inside of these. Because with this one is a lot more obvious. Again, it's going to be in like that. Which is the nice spot for a fireplace to go. Which I love. Like, it's a deep fireplace. And we're actually going to do that. And we're going to do copy style. And we're going to copy the style of this one. But yeah. That's nice. I like that. We got two fireplaces in the house. We're gonna paint this room next because I don't know how I done that, but ignore me. I love the sage. Looking at this again is I think sage is the right color. We're gonna copy this color now. Because the foyer, it's the second most important room in the house. Fun fact. We're gonna do that. Because this room is just going to be a simple box. Like, nothing special to it. I'm going to do that, actually, for this wall. Because I don't want to mix it up a little bit. Yeah, I do want to mix it up. So let's do that. Sage on that wall. And then I'm going to copy that and go from here and here and then do that. And that is the nice ceiling. And this room is pretty much done. We'll just work on the interior at some point. Who's in my chat? Hamota! Hello, my friend. Hi. No, I'm okay. I'm enjoying life. Motherfucker, chat. I can't. I forget. Okay, I'm a dumb bitch. I always forget. Yeah. I'm a dumbass. Anyway, no, I like this. I keep forgetting to chat. I need to get better at that. Let's copy this color. We're gonna go from there. We're gonna do there. And we're gonna paint this as well because, like, while I'm here in a, like, you kind of have to paint the windowsill. Like, I love this color. Like, it's one of the nicest colors I've done. Like a mint green or sage green, whatever you want to call it. Like, I might end up doing a slight different color for the kitchen. Because I don't want it to come across as an old-fashioned house. But, like, my mother, like I said, she was explaining to me the color combinations that she wants to go for this new property. And, well, honestly, I like the color combination. Like, it's different. Here as well, we're gonna anyway, excuse me. No, we're gonna do a dark blue for that back wall. I think blue is gonna look quite nice on this. Yeah, we're gonna do blue for this, blue for this wall as well. It don't really mix sage and blue together. Actually, looking at this, I'm a big fan of that. I think going for the pastel color. Also, I'm only learning these names as well because my sister-in-law, she does like makeup. I think, yeah, doing this gonna be very nice. Gonna mix it up as well and do this on that wall here. And then I'm gonna copy this color. I'm just gonna go along like that. Like that. I think that's nice. Dark blue for this wall, I love that touch. That's what she said. But no, I like it. Like light blue for these two walls, fading into the grey of this, or going into the grey of the backsplash. And then we've got the cream of every other wall, which I like. This is very nice. I'm generally really impressed with how well this is turning out. Like, we're going to copy this colour as well, and we're going to just go up to this wall. I'm just going to get this wall done out of the way. This is part of the... That's part of the roof. Anyway. Yeah. No, I like that. This nice color. Yeah. We've got that done anyway. Like, we're gonna do this like that, actually. So we're gonna copy that and we're gonna do it to like there. I'm gonna copy there, do it like that. So it lines up a little bit better. Because right now, that was just like an odd gap. But no, I like it. This. Right. I'm gonna do similar to this color, but we're gonna do like a darker gray for this. So let's try it like that. How does that look? I like it. Subtlety. I like it. Yeah. And then we can do fences. And I want to do a banister. So we can do like so. And we can do like so. And like so. Nope, that's not where I wanted it. I wanted it from there to there. Nice. That's the banister. I like it. We're actually going to change the end point to be about here. So there's a bit more of an overlap. We're also going to do this. So if I go to here and I do this, I would love to try doing like a sloped end wall. So let's try doing that. So we're going to copy this color. We can do Bosch, Bosch, and Bosch. I like that. It comes to a point. Actually, no, I don't like that. Never mind. Ignore me. We're gonna actually do this instead, because I think... Oh. I was about to say then, did I break the game? But no. I like this. So this goes down now, finally. And this is also gonna be sticking out by one. And we're gonna paint this. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna do so. But I like it. It's subtle. We love subtlety. That's the biggest thing. Actually, no, I'm not sure how to feel about that. Like, on the top it works, but on the bottom wall it doesn't. Because it's going up. You have the end point, and that's the middle point. And it separates them. Yeah. No, it's a nice safe staircase as well, which I like. As you remember, we've got this. I think this works out nicely. But we're gonna now move on to this wall, this room. It's, like I said originally, we're gonna do as the bathroom. I just realised we've only been live for 1 hour, 15 minutes at the moment. So sandbox only, what have we got? Oh, we got the letters and stuff. I don't want letters. I want walls. No, we don't. What am I thinking? Paint tool. That's the one. Right, so we can do tiles. So we can do white tiles with an off-white. Actually, no. We're going to do that and then slightly darker grey for them. Yeah, I like that. And then we're going to do all the way like this. So a big tiled off floor. I love that. I really like that. I don't know what the fuck happened to my screen, but it did me. We're gonna do ceramics for this. And we're gonna do pattern. And I would like to have big bathroom tiles. I'm going to try doing that, and we're going to do rotation. We can do it like a good size. We're going to actually try doing like we're going to try doing like a light, like a blue themed bathroom. Now, this area is going to be like a different color, like all of that back wall, which means we can do there, and all of this wall is going to be tiles. Then in here, we can do paints, and we can do a. I'm tempted to do a. Let's do this color, or try this color at least. Because I love doing a blue for the bathrooms. Yeah, it's blue for bathrooms is always the way to go. So let's try that. And we're going to try that. And then, once we've got these walls done, I think that's when we can start moving on to the main segments of the house. It's trying to find a balance with doing this. So we're gonna close the windows. Like what I want from this. Like we've painted these now. Yeah. We're not gonna do upstairs just yet, or the furniture just yet. We're gonna move on to just the walls for now. So we're gonna again just build all of the walls. So we're gonna start off with here again, and then for here, this is gonna be where the main bathroom is gonna be, or the secondary bathroom. So we're going to figure out doors, which I know for a fact we're going to get like a median, no, we're going to do a narrow doorway. which is going to be about there, and I like that. I also like having the idea of doing a door this side. Yeah. Yeah, so we have one door going into here. We're also going to have another door going into there. It's going to have a larger door, which goes into here, which is going to be the medium version of this, which is going to be the one pixel thicker. So we've got the bathroom in here now. And then this is going to be an office, this room. Which I actually quite like. I love an office space. And then we're going to do from there to here. And then we're going to go up. We're going to go there. And we're going to get some slide-in doors again, guys. And I think I'm going to do these ones. Actually, yeah, no, I like that. Never mind. I prefer these a lot more. In here, I'm dying for a shit, by the way. I hope all of you know that. Possibly the weirdest thing I've ever said on stream. I'm holding out for a shit. Like, this is what happens when an autistic person hyperfixates on something. No, that's going to be there. That's going to be from here, going to here, and then we're going to go up. And then this is going to be a tricky wall, I think. Because I would like the door to be here. And we also need to figure out where this door is going to. Which I might end up doing closer to the middle of the room. About here. No, actually, no, having that off-center is a lot nicer. It's a lot more realistic as well, funny enough, having an off-center doorway. Like, it allows for more space in the house. But no, I like this. Like, I've always been a big fan of House Flipper. It's been, like, my go-to game for donkeys, even. And, well, when I found out that House Flipper 2 was in production, like, I was giddy. Like, full-on fangirly, like, oh my god! Like Janice from Friends. That's where to describe it. No, I'm going to do that. I think that's all of the doors in the rooms. So bathrooms at the back. Got an office here, which I like. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6 bedrooms. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, I have 6 bedrooms. And a crawl space. We love a crawl space, don't we? Also, fun little thing. The way you do roofs in this game is so different compared to the old game. How did I miss that? I don't know how I missed that. But no. The way you do roofs in the old game was, well, the entire A-frame assembly came as one piece and it wouldn't intersect correctly with other pieces. So you had to do like one massive A-frame for the whole building. Yeah. I still have House Flipper 1 installed. I've been getting a lot of issues with it though, because for some reason there's a bug where like all the DLCs that I bought have just completely vanished. But no, I'm gonna leave the stream here. Because if I leave it any longer now, I'm gonna shit myself so hard. take that information and do with it as what you will. Oh, right, no, that makes sense actually. No, how do I do this? There. That we can do there. Copy that up to there. Bosh. Stairs. How does one build stairs? But no, before we go, just thanks for watching, I guess. Like I don't tend to do streams as often anymore. I never was a streams type of person. I prefer making actual videos. So at least with doing streams again, I can finally get back and used to like doing stuff. If that makes sense. I hope it does. Because I miss doing my streams. Alright, let's do that anyway. And we're gonna paint that, we're gonna do that, we're gonna do that. That can go up as well. I think that's okay. Okay, I don't know what I've done. I think I know, actually. No, I know. So let's do it there. That'll remove that section. So we can go from there, go up. Oh, do I need to remove that wall? I think I do. I can't. So instead of removing, we'll add. And we can do there, and we can do there. But no, what was I saying? It's the outro, wasn't it? Yeah. No, I just want to say thanks for like keeping up with all my bullshit, to be honest. I know I don't post that often anymore. And like I've been trying my best to find the effort to like stream again. Like it have been difficult, but I'm more than happy to relearn or redo streams again. Like streams have been like one of my like they're the reason why I started YouTube to begin with. But no, hopefully I'll find some more time to do some more streams, because I've been posting on TikTok mainly. I've been going live on TikTok. But no, thank you for like dealing with my shenanigans constantly. But that should be everything, for now at least. I'm gonna crack on and just do the same painting scheme as down here. And then hopefully at some point next week, I'll try doing it on the Tuesday. I'm gonna do the third and final part of this third part of this, possibly the final, which is gonna be the entire furniture setup. But no. Thanks for watching. I've been your host, Welsh-Boy-Mason. I shall see you in the next video. Peace out. Ta-ra.